18 months ago almost, in November 2010, Bucks County Council notified us that they were going to be closing down the libraries as a cost-cutting exercise. So we were galvanised into action. We formed a committee, and we had then obviously to formulate a business plan and find a way of making it work.
I think today's event is very important. Huge numbers of people, way over 100 villagers, turned up to mark and celebrate the reopening of the Long Crendon Community Library as a community library, on the basis that it will need to be strongly supported in its running by volunteers. However, I think it's important in another respect, and that is that it's a gentle reminder to people who've turned out today to say, isn't this great, that they must then use the library if it's going to be a sustainable resource for the future.
Libraries are important because reading is important. It's the cornerstone of education. You can't teach a child who can't read. And that process carries on as we grow older. We learn every day of our lives through watching the news, documentaries on TV, and most importantly, we learn through our reading. So we need libraries to provide us with the books that help this educational process.
You go into the library and you can spend time there, lifting one out from the shelf. You've gone in for, I don't know, well, lovely, you've gone in for Sharon's new book. And then you go along the shelf and you find somebody else whose book you may not know about, and you open it and you think, oh, I'd like this. Or you open another one and you think, oh, I wouldn't like this. And you can't do that in lots of places.
The browsing experience is completely different in a library. You can see the books, you can look at the cover, you can read the blurb on the back, you can shop around in a way that you just cannot do on the internet. You know, I don't want to knock the internet. It's a very valuable tool, and I don't want to knock Kindles or e-readers. That they have their place. But if you lose the library, then you lose the width of choice that we have at the moment.
Now that we're in control of the library, we can make it a much more amenable resource. We can run things, you know, for specific groups. We can ask people their ideas, what they would like to see in the library, and we can actually act on this. We're not restricted in any way. We have control over what we choose to read, you know, what we choose to stock in the library, and any ideas that people bring to us, we will listen to. I've been approached by people who'd like to have a knit and natter group. You know, we've got craft classes people want to run. We've people who want to run language classes. You know, there are so many ideas, and we now are in control of the space. So we are free to do that. We have no restrictions.
It flags up just how valued and significant libraries are in the life of a local community. And to my mind, it's great to have volunteers involved, but a library can't end up becoming a charity. A library is a public service on which a community depends, and I hope that it will be a secure facility here and elsewhere for not just decades but generations to come.